Hello, hello. Welcome to Test Chamber. I'm your temporary host, Jeff Cork, joined today by Kyle Hilliard on the sticks.
Hey, permanent guest?
Permanent guest? Why not? And Matt Bertz.
How you doing?
Good. As you can see, you're looking at Crysis 3. We're on PC. Looks pretty good.
Looks okay.
Looks okay. This is what they call next gen, right?
This is pretty much what next gen is going to look like. I mean, look at the wind effects on those tarps.
Oh yeah, the cloth, incredible. So, walk us through here. You are Prophet.
You don't want to know the story. That's the lead up. This game has one of the worst stories in the history of first-person shooters. Just the franchise in general. There's been 4 protagonists over the course of these games. You currently play simultaneously 2 protagonists. It's the body of one guy and the mind of another one.
Oh dear.
You just don't want to know.
This is like Fear.
It's as bad as Sci-Fi Channel original programming outside of Battlestar Galactica.
Worst shooter. That's a pretty low. Worst story. Shooter. Pretty low, high bar, I gotta say.
Yeah, it's the draw for this game is clearly this amazing suit that makes you. It turns you into the Predator. I mean,
yeah.
That's the fantasy you get to play out in this game.
And are you in a chunk of ice? Like, is that what is going on there, or is it?
No, that's glass, substance? Which you'll see right here.
Oh Lord.
Okay. Yeah, so Prophet's been in prison or in containment for 20 years. The Ceph, the aliens, have been kind of repelled, and this corporation has come in and put these huge domes over the New York City, and they're claiming it's because they want to contain the threat, but the threat's not really there. They're really there to harvest alien technology. So this is Psycho. That's Psycho. He was Crysis Warhead's protagonist. He's no longer in his nanosuit.
He didn't mean to hurt him.
And that was 20 years ago, so he was 20, 30 years old before?
Yeah, he's much older, and, you know, he's a little wider.
Yeah.
He's had a few McDonald's Happy Meals since his last tour of duty.
Now, isn't one of the gimmicks here, like, the different biomes that have been built in New York, too? So you have, like, different climates and whatnot?
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of different varied terrain, all of which I feel are tech demos to showcase different technology that Crytek has built. Obviously, the rain and the lighting effects here with the lightning are pretty amazing. The tarp, the wind affecting the tarp looks great. I mean, it's fantastic. But they also have jungle settings. You know, they have indoor settings. And one of the things that people kind of criticized Crysis 2 about was it took away the freedom of the big open sandbox that the first game delivered.
Right.
For these little micro sandboxes.
So far, so good.
Good thing you have super jump abilities.
Oh, that's right.
So the drowning technology, as you can see, is impressive.
There we go. Super jump my up. Not quite.
So the water looks pretty good.
There we go.
Yeah, the volumetric effects on the water are fantastic. But like I was saying, the criticism was that people liked the freedom of the first game and they felt a little constricted. This game kind of takes a little bit of both worlds.
Okay.
You're going to have some indoor scenarios that still gives you the ability to, you know, run around like the Predator and take different approaches tactically to taking out all the enemies, or you can a lot of times just skate by them if you don't like fun. But they also, toward the end of the game, you get some of those bigger open spaces that's really, I feel like, the wheelhouse that they should have spent more time in for the series. So right now you are going to break into a cell building.
Yeah, we're doing
That's the evil corporation.
We're doing a lot of walking and
a lot of follow.
shooting.
That's Follow in front of you, the famous first-person shooter character. He's appeared in many games such as Medal of Honor and Call of Duty. And
Psycho Follow.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Exactly. All right, now he has a thing or two to say about this mission.
Silencer on.
I always liked the way the weapon sort of customization looked.
Yeah, it's great. It's quick access. You're not buried in a menu, you know, 4 menus deep.
How are suit upgrades in this one handled?
So you have a tiered system of suit upgrades. We actually can't access them right now because he's not at the point where he gets them. But basically, it tailors the way you play or makes up for your inadequacies. You can, you know, take either approach. Stealth kill for the...
Oh, didn't do a very good stealth kill.
No, you did not.
Oh, jeez.
So this is where the money's at. Sneaking up on dudes. Killing them with chairs.
So if you were to just play it as a straight up shooter, is it remarkable in any way? Is it the stealth really that elevates it?
I really like this game because of the freedom it gives me. It's not telling me how to play the game. Mm-hmm. If I want to stealth it and take a quiet approach and just take out guys one by one, or take out a guy and let his friends see and then disappear and watch him freak out, I can do that. I can walk in guns blazing. I mean, or you can just run up and punch dudes because the nanosuit gives you that ability.
I was actually trying to run up and punch him, but
a lot of times what I do when I enter an area is I pull up the visor and, mark all the targets, kind of like a Batman Arkham Asylum experience. Mm-hmm. You're up top at elevated position. You mark everybody, and then you plot your tactics for how you want to take out guys. So that's always been the draw for me, is that freedom. I can play it how I want to play it when I want to play it, like that.
Now, when we're at Gamescom, they showed off the multiplayer, and obviously we're looking at the single player here. Can you kind of walk us through the different multiplayer modes?
So the multiplayer is very much in line with what they offered in Crysis 2, which is basically the Call of Duty template.
Okay.
You have your dominations, your team death matches. There's a hardcore modification on it. 50 levels, big progression system with a lot of unlocks for your weapons. Like the different scopes and different underbarrel stuff. The one thing that they're kind of doing different this time, there's two things. One, their map creation has gotten a lot better. I feel like the maps are a little more fun this time. There's a lot of, there's not a lot of places to hide and just sit around. You can always get attacked at any angle. So that's working for it. The other thing is they have this new hunter mode, which basically pits two people start off as nanosuit wearing badasses, and the rest of the guys are the schmucks that usually get taken out by the nanosuit wearing badasses. So it creates this interesting predator and prey dynamic, which is kind of fun. I wouldn't say, after spending a lot of time with it, it's not a mode that I'm going to load up Crysis 3 to play.
Right.
If it comes up in the rotation when I'm playing, a variety pack, I'll play it, but it's not one that I'm going to set out to play, because the way it works is the scoring system is based on how long you can stay alive as a regular Joe. And what I found, at least with the journalists that were available to play with and the game testers, everybody kind of goes lone wolf and goes and hides in a corner.
That seems like the worst thing you can do.
Yeah, because the Predator guys you're showing up on their mini-map. They know where you are. Yeah. So it's not a very effective way to stay alive. I would much rather have guys hang out with me and cooperate. But there was not a lot of teamwork. And there's no incentive for teamwork. There's no scoring system that gives you more points for staying alive with more people, which I thought would have been maybe a better way to approach it. Right here, we're looking at, this is the year of the bow.
Exactly.
I mean, this game has a bow. Tomb Raider has a bow. The cover, the game that's going to appear on our next cover has a bow. I mean, who knew compound bows were going to come back in such an aggressive fashion?
Yeah, no kidding. Why do you think that the bows are coming back?
People are running out of guns when most games have like 80 different handguns and SMGs and assault rifles and sniper rifles. So like, what else can we do that's fun? So here comes the bow.
Now, can the bow detonate red barrels, or does it just puncture them?
I never tried that, but one of the great things about the bow is you have different tips that you can attach to the arrows. There's explosive ones that'll take out multiple guys at once. There's one that's sort of like a frag grenade that'll take out moving targets, so you don't have to hit them exactly on them. You're still going to damage them if you land it next to them. And then there's one that has an electric shock, which is great when you come up on a squad that's wading through a puddle. It's kind of Bioshock-esque. You use the water against them. And they don't give you a million arrows. You kind of got to go back and retrieve them if you...
So you can pull them out?
Yeah, you can pull... If you pull up your visor, press up on the D-pad. So you'll see the arrow icons if you scroll to the left a little bit.
Oops, sorry, I'm getting all confused here.
See, there's an arrow over there. Keep going that way. Pull up the visor again. You need the visor on.
Okay.
Scroll over. You see right there is the arrow. It's small. Yep.
Oh, okay. And then you can go pick up the...
Yeah,
okay.
you can mark it. You can hold it on there, and it'll show up on your map without the visor on.
That's handy.
So yeah, arrow retrieval. Big new feature for Crysis 3.
Yeah. I'm going to go get it. I want it back.
So did you find you use the bow a lot, or were you kind of bouncing around?
You know, I switch weapons so frequently, and one of the other cool things about the arsenal this time around is there's a lot of Ceph. Did you just walk right past the dude?
That's my buddy.
Oh, that's
Psycho.
That's Psycho.
They have a lot of alien weaponry that's kind of single use. You can use it until it runs out. You can't pick up ammo clips for it. There's your red barrel answer.
Exactly.
And a lot of those are really fun. There's this great energy blast mortar that just annihilates dudes.
Oh. Are you just going in a big circle?
No, I'm heading towards.
Okay.
I'm heading upstairs. I got a plan.
Okay.
Your plan is ignore those guys.
They weren't bothering me that much.
There you go, Psycho.
Yeah, that's one thing I will say about this game. I love this kind of free to play however you want to play. The one thing I wish that was a little better in this game is the AI. You really got to kick up the difficulty if you want an experience that's even marginally difficult.
Okay.
I mean, these guys, as you would expect, you're a guy who can hide in a nanosuit and shoot them with bow and arrows without ever coming out of your cloaking device. You can spot them and mark them on the map to track their movements. I mean, you have a huge upper hand on these dudes.
Yeah.
You know, and only when you fight some of the bigger Ceph aliens do you really get a challenge.
Yeah, there's something about the franchise. It's important that you're overpowered. You know, you kind of, more than a lot of other FPSs out there.
Yeah, that's the central fantasy, I suppose.
So what do you end up giving this?
I gave it an 8.5, which, I've reviewed, I think, all the Crysis games for Game Informer. All of them have scored over a 9. Mm-hmm. This is the first one where I feel like that there was more small evolutions to the gameplay. I didn't feel like they're doing anything really major, but obviously the graphics are amazing in this game.
Yeah.
Probably the best looking game that's on the market right now. And I hope this is what next gen looks like, you know. Mm-hmm. Hopefully we'll find out tomorrow when Sony hopefully unveils something and doesn't just troll us all with a Vita announcement.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's something else that Crysis has been known for is requirements that, you know, your PC will melt through the floor.
Yeah, NASA supercomputers can only run it at high settings, not max.
Yeah. It seems like our PC's handling this pretty well.
Yeah, we're playing at, I think, the high settings. We're not all the way. We're not at the top. Maybe you need one of those, the 3 SLI array of that new NVIDIA Titan card they announced today. It's $1,000 a piece.
Oh, jeez.
It's like Kim.com can buy them, and the rest of us have to wait for that stuff to come down in price.
What the hell are we walking into? This is Cell's home front.
And how's the partner AI? I notice he's running around with the sniper rifle.
He kind of does his own thing. You don't. He hides and lets you take care of most of the stuff, as I would too if I was him.
Yeah.
And he's not along for every mission. You'll ditch him at certain points and go alone. And the game isn't just straight up shooting. There is other stuff to do. You're going to be on, like air vehicles manning the turret of one of those. There's dune buggies that look eerily similar to the dune buggies from Half-Life 2.
Oh.
And you also have these huge, towering alien structures that are above the area. So I really got some Half-Life 2 flashbacks when I was driving those buggies. There's tanks that you can control. And a lot of that comes in handy when you fight some of the bigger alien stuff.
A lot of the lads died screaming. They're hot.
He's having a very tender moment talking about how he got unskinned his nanosuit.
I'm doing something kind of personally exciting for me. I'm just throwing stuff, a tender moment for myself.
Fuck it.
So you said the different varieties. Does it feel like you're playing a tech demo
Let's go.
a lot of times, or?
No, I like I said, this kind of gameplay appeals to me. Mm-hmm. I've played so many quarter linear shooters that letting me run in the open is that's what I want from shooters, going forward. Far Cry 3 did a great job of just giving you that world to explore. I kind of wish this game went a little bigger like that.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have that depth of the open world that, I think it could. Mm-hmm. But this is the experience that I would rather have than running through a gauntlet of set pieces and, infinitely respawning enemies.
So at any point, does a bridge collapse and then you see your arms pinwheeling around and you grab the lip of it? at the very last second?
I don't believe so.
Oh my goodness.
You do get to blow up a dam, though.
Oh, good.
Still want to get a good punch on somebody.
That just made my job a little bit harder.
Oh, there's 3 guys there.
There you go.
I mean, look how unfair this fight is.
Yeah.
Now the chopper's here, so they have some help.
Oh gosh.
Low energy.
I keep running into corners.
Oh, the dude with the pot shot. You didn't even get killed by the helicopter, Kyle.
So game over, screen confirmed. All right.
I got it this time.
All right, do it. Stop for a second.
All right.
Pull up your visor. Mark all those dudes.
Can I zoom in with the visor or no?
No, just hover on all those little triangles.
I see. Okay.
Then you're going to be able to track their locations, which puts them at an even greater disadvantage fighting the nanosuit guy.
They probably could have just called him the nanosuit guy. Like, they didn't even have to really give him a name. That's what people are going to call him.
Well, there's been 4 guys, so, you know, you never know which one he really is.
That's the mystery.
Yeah, that's why when they had was it the Hunter multiplayer mode? Is that what it's called? It just seemed like the most unfair thing that they could have possibly thought of. So it's nice to hear there's some kind of balance in that.
I liked how you punched that guy in the throat and then he grabbed his throat. Like he couldn't breathe anymore.
Next gen.
Next gen throat punches.
Let's actually get a gun that... I'm going in guns blazing. It's way more fun.
Yeah, it seems like Bertz's strategy is the way to go.
They will send reinforcements that you'll have to mark. You know, when they call them in, they're going to drop from the ceiling.
Oh, there's a helicopter.
And there's your copter, which you can kill.
Oh, yeah? Let's do it.
With a bow. This is like, I'm getting a serious blood in the sand vibe.
Health critical. Bertz, I'm not very good at this game.
No, I go slow. You just run. You're Rambo. I'm the Predator.
Yeah. There's Kyle Hilliard. He'll be playing the Hunter mode, so be sure to join him on the team.
He'll be the one nanosuit equipped dude who dies right away.
Exactly.
He'll run in without his cloak on, guns blazing,
yelling.
He'll just be like a regular guy,
just punching the air, chasing as you back up, shooting him. Perfect.
That's a nice long slide there.
That's nano slide.
Nano slide.
All right. Any last thoughts?
No. I mean, this is really a game where if you've played Crysis games before and you liked them, you're gonna like this.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a lot here for people who've played it previously and didn't really think much of it or walked away just feeling like it's any other shooter. It really kind of treads water for the series outside of the outstanding graphical improvements.
Mm-hmm. And if the story is largely irrelevant, it's a good entry point too.
Oh, I mean, the stories are so terrible. It just if you want to walk around being a predator, that's the reason you're going to come here. No one's coming for the story. If they are, they have really bad taste.
It is really telling that the best Predator games have absolutely nothing to do with the license.
Yeah.
You know, like Far Cry 3, I felt got a really nice Predator vibe with it.
Talk about a missed opportunity.
Yeesh.
Just pairing it with the aliens all the time was not a good move.
No. All right, well, that's Crysis 3. Thank you guys for joining. Kyle, thanks for dying.
Oh, you're welcome.
Real trooper. We can
You're
edit
good at
that out
dying.
or something.
I am
probably.
excellent at dying.
Yeah.
There you
Look at
did it
that.
again.
One more, just
That
for
was
the road.
just
Now he's
perfect
just
timing
showing
there.
off.
Yeah. All right, thanks a lot, guys.